Center of Indian Trade Unions CITU denounces the Unified Pension Scheme UPS approved by Union Cabinet on 24th August 2024 as another dubious, desperate effort to deceive the government employees of their due full right to old pension scheme known as OPS. CITU urges for restoration of old pension scheme. The old pension scheme was non-contributory and with assured pension existing as per Central Civil Service Rules 1972, now 2021. A.B. Vajpayee led NDA government had introduced the National Pension Scheme NPS in 2004 surreptitiously through an executive order for those recruited from 1/1/2004. The central and state government employees and central trade unions opposed it from that day and were on path of struggles against it, urging for restoration of old pension scheme. The Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority Act 2013 notified in February 2014 enabled statutory basis for the NPS. The unprecedented struggles by the government employees for restoration of old pension scheme and the wholehearted support rendered to such struggles by the joint platform of central trade unions and federations could compel the arrogant BJP regime to shift from its arrogant stance of sticking to NPS, but the package offered by it in the name of so-called UPS reflects the same deceptive ploy of depriving the government employees of their legitimate dues on account of pension. Several state governments also reverted back to the old pension scheme and were urging for their share of state government employees' contribution to PFRDA to be refunded to their state governments. Modi government had rejected all of such requests of state governments, which reverted back to OPS. It was countered by the relentless struggles of employees and trade unions. Hence, this dubious attempt of deceptive UPS is made by Modi-led ND Alliance government. The Finance Secretary T.V. Somanathan Committee recommendations to study modifications in NPS, which was also boycotted by several employees federations, are used for this desperate attempt of UPS, a cocktail of NPS and truncated OPS is approved by the Union Cabinet. The Modi-led ND government, with its neoliberal pursuit of safeguarding the interests of speculative crony capital, has come with this UPS with some modification of benefits with additional contribution of 4.5% from the government only to further its investment of pension funds of rupees 10,53,850 crores called Asset Under Management AUM of total 99,77,165 employees under NPS as on by 31/7/2024 in the share market. The previous Andhra Pradesh state government had proposed similar or somewhat better than UPS in place of NPS in the name of Guaranteed Pension Scheme GPS with 50% of last drawn pay as pension for minimum 10 years of service with defined contribution and purchase of 40% annuity which was correctly rejected by all the state government employees of Andhra Pradesh, urging for nothing short of old pension scheme. Now, the union government has come with a similar, rather less beneficial scheme with some modifications in NPS, which should are also aptly rejected by vast majority of the employees, urging for nothing less than old pension scheme. UPS is based on the continuity of 10% contributions by the employees, with the government contribution increased to 18.5% from present 14%. While in NPS, the subscriber can take 60% and has to invest 40% in an annuity and get pension under UPS, entire pension wealth will have to be foregone to the government, in lieu of which government will give 10% of the employee emoluments, that is basic pay plus DA for every completed 6 months of service. For 25 years of completed service, the employee will get 5 months emoluments, and for 10 years of service will get 2 months of pay on retirement as benefit in addition to gratuity. In UPS, employee will get 50% of 12 months average basic pay as pension on normal retirement at the age of 60, with the completion of 24 years of service effective from 1/4/2025. That is, for those retiring on 31/3/2025, but not applicable to those retired before it. In OPS, for 10 years of service, 50% of last month's pay is pension, and for voluntary retirement of 20 years of service, employee gets 50% of pay as pension. Employees with service less than 25 years will get proportionately lesser pension in UPS. Employee with 20 years of service will get only 40% of 12 months average basic pay as pension. For 10 years of service, employees will get only 20% of average basic pay as pension. In case of proportionate pension for less than 25 years up to 10 years, a minimum pension of rupees 10,000 is proposed by government, while minimum pension is in OPS is rupees 9,000 plus DA, which as on 1/4/2025 will be 57%, that is rupees 5,130. So minimum pension as on 1/4/2025 will be rupees 14,130. Hence, the proposed rupees 10,000 pension is half that of OPS. For less than 10 years of service at the time of superannuation, employee is not eligible for any pension. Under UPS, family pension is 60% of pension, that is 60% of 50%. It means 30% of last pay for 25 years of service at the time of superannuation. For employee with minimum pension of rupees 10,000, it will be 60% of it, that is rupees 6,000. Minimum pension of rupees 10,000 applies only to superannuation and not for family pension. But under OPS, family pension is 50% of last pay. If the pensioner dies before 7 years after retirement or before 67 years of age, thereafter family pension will be 30% of last pay. Minimum pension as on 1/4/2025 will be rupees 14,130. But in UPS, minimum family pension will be only rupees 6,000. DA/DR will be given to assured pension or minimum pension or family pension based on the consumer price index as in the case of serving employees. Whether they will start a new base index from 1/4/2025 or they will grant the same percentage of DA/DR as for serving and OPS pensioners are not yet spelled out. In OPS, if the pensioner or family pensioner completed 80 years of age, additional pension of 20%, for 85 years 30%, for 90 years 40%, 95 years 50%, and 100 years 100% is given with the same DA for additional pension also. In UPS, this additional pension is not available. In OPS, pension, family pension, minimum pension is revised whenever pay commission is implemented, while there is no such assurance under UPS. Commutation of pension, that is, withdrawal of 40% pension in advance available in OPS is not available in UPS. For those employees who die or become invalid, becoming all class unfit in NPS, OPS is applicable to them already. Employees can opt to UPS or NPS once opted will be final. There may be many more shortcomings in UPS which may be known after the full text of UPS is notified. Hence, the CITU denounces the UPS and urges the Union Government to restore the non-contributory defined assured old pension scheme. CITU calls for extending full support to the government employees' struggle for restoration of old pension scheme. Issued by Tapan, General Secretary. Dear friends, please subscribe our channel for more updates. Thank you.